Hello students and welcome back to my channel Ignite Your Intellect. So in the last class we learned the nature and purpose of business. In that we learned the meaning of business, the activities, the types of economic activities, the difference between business, profession and employment, and also the characteristics of business. So today we are going to learn classification of business activity. Now the common basis of classifying of business is on the basis of its function. All the business activity can be classified into two broad categories, that is industry and commerce. Let us learn the first topic, that is industry. Now industry refers to an activity which converts raw material into useful products. Industry includes activities related to production and processing of goods. Now industry can be classified into three broad categories: primary industry, secondary industry and tertiary industry. Now what is primary industry? A primary industry includes all those industries which are concerned with extraction of natural resources. The industry can be classified in two categories, extractive and genetic. Now extractive industries are those industries which are involved in extraction of something from natural resources such as minerals from earth, fish, from rivers and seas, etc. Genetic industries are those industries which are involved in activities of rearing and breeding of living organisms, that is birds, plants, animals, etc. and they are known as genetic industries. Secondary industry. These industries make use of products which are extracted and produced by primary industries as their raw materials, and they produce finished products. For example, mining of iron ore is done in primary industry, but steel manufacturing is done in secondary industry. There are two kinds of secondary industries. They are manufacturing industry and construction industry. Now what is manufacturing industry? Manufacturing industries are those industries which are engaged in process of converting raw material into finished products. For example, timber is converted into furniture. Now manufacturing industries are of the following types: analytical, processing, assembly and synthetical. Now analytical industry are the basic raw materials is broken into different parts to produce finished products. For example, crude oil is processed and many finished products such as petroleum, diesel, etc. are manufactured. Processing industry. In a processing industry, the raw material is processed through various stages of production and thereafter the finished goods is manufactured. For example, sugar industry, iron and steel industry, textile industry, etc. The third is the assembly industry. In this industry, the various finished products are combined to produce a new finished product. For example, manufacturing of computers, television, automobile, etc. And the last one, that is the synthetical industry, which combines various ingredients into a new product. Example, cement. The second one is the construction industry. These industries are concerned with the construction of buildings, dams, roads, etc. These industries use the products of manufacturing industry such as iron and steel, cement, etc. The unique feature of this industry is that their products cannot be transferred or shifted in the market. And the third industry, that is tertiary industry. This industry produces service which support activities of primary and secondary. It is also known as service industry. The various types of services provided by tertiary industry are transport, banking, warehousing, insurance, etc. Now, what is commerce? Commerce refers to all those activities which help directly or indirectly in the distribution of goods to the ultimate customer. All those problems that are hindrance of place, hindrance of knowledge, hindrance of storage are removed by commerce. Let us understand the definition of commerce. According to Dr. E. Thomas, commerce is a term that embraces all the functions involved in making, buying, selling and transportation of goods. Classification of commerce. Commerce can be classified into two broad categories, that is trade and auxiliaries to trade. What is trade? Now, trade is an integral part of commerce. It refers to buying and selling of goods and services. Traders act as a link between the manufacturers and the consumers. In the absence of traders, the manufacturers will have to search for consumer and consumers will have to search for manufacturers. Now let us learn what is internal trade. It refers to the buying or selling of goods and services within the geographical boundary of a country. It is also known as home trade. So under internal trade, goods and services are bought and sold in the home country only. The internal trade can be of two types, that are wholesale and retail trade. Now, wholesale trade refers to buying in goods and services in large quantity. So the wholesaler will buy the goods directly from the manufacturers and sell those goods to the retailers. Retail trade. It refers to the buying and selling of goods and services in small quantities. The retailer buys goods from the wholesaler and sells this good to the ultimate consumer. The retailer has to maintain a variety of goods. So the other type of trade is external trade. Now, external trade refers to buying and selling of goods and services beyond the geographical limits of the country. It is also known as trade between two or more countries. In external trade, the market is very wide. External trade is of the following type, that is export, import and entrepot. Export trade refers to the sale of goods to a foreign country. Import trade, it refers to buying and selling of goods from a foreign country. And entrepot trade refers to the import of goods for the purpose of export. In entrepot, goods are purchased from a foreign country but not for consumption in home country, but for selling these goods to some other country. Auxiliaries to trade. Activities which are meant for assisting trade or helping are known as auxiliaries to trade. Now these aids to trade help in removing the various limitations which arise in production and distribution of goods. The common auxiliaries to trade are transportation and communication. Now transportation refers to movement of goods from one place to another. The obstacle of place is removed by transport. For example, tea is produced in Assam but it is consumed in all parts of the country. This made only possible because of transport. Communication. Communication helps in exchange of information between producers, consumers and traders. The common communication services are postal services, telephone services, internet, etc. The second is warehousing. Usually there is a time gap between the production and consumption of goods. Goods are not consumed immediately when they are produced. For example, wheat or rice, etc. is produced in a particular season only, but they are consumed throughout the year. The next one is insurance. Business have to bear various types of risk. Insurance provides protection from some kind of risk, such as risk of loss, risk due to fire, theft, accident, etc. Insurance company provides protection to employees. Banking and finance. Banks and financial institutions provide credit facilities, loans, etc. to provide finance for smooth flow of business activities. Banks help the business to overcome the problem of funds. The banks also provide the facility of overdraft arrangement and payment in foreign currency in foreign trade. And the last one is advertising. It is impossible for a manufacturer and a trader to contact each other and every customer. Advertisement helps to overcome this problem. Goods are advertised to inform the consumers about their uses, quality and prices. Thank you for watching this video and do not forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel where learning is young and beyond. Also, do not forget to like, comment and share these videos.